Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twins, didn't mind what jobs they did. Coaches, trucks, or specials, it was no worry. It's all the same to them. This meant more often than not, they would often be pulling trucks since the big engines disliked them.
You don't really like them, do you?
Och, it's all work. Hey, if we didn't do it, somebody else would.
James marveled at this. He hated trucks himself, but he had to admit that Donald and Douglas could keep the trucks in order better than most engines could. Of course, their secret really was that the trucks hadn't forgotten the incident where Douglas had smashed a certain spiteful brake van on Gordon's Hill. It had all been an accident, but the trucks still thought Douglas had done it deliberately.
Keep on the right side of those two!
Donald and the Breakaways. One day, Donald had to bring empty trucks to the other railway, and then bring loaded ones back. The empties behaved well, and when Donald reached the big station on the other railway, he was feeling chipper.
We got those trucks linked into shape with no trouble.
What he didn't realize was that the loaded trucks he was about to take back were visitors and had never been whipped into shape by anyone.
What's this?
We want a proper engine, not an old-fashioned steam kettle.
Old-fashioned? I'll teach you a lesson. Take that!
Regardless, they should have known better, but trucks never seemed to. Upon hearing the insult, Donald, who got more easily offended than his brother, became cross. And he gave the trucks a fierce bump. The trucks snickered.
He's getting uptight. Let's have some fun with him.
They behaved for a while, and Donald thought he had them under control. But as it goes, like the trucks, he should have known better. By the time they reached Croven's Gate, an axle had run hot on one of the trucks, and they had to shunt it off the train. And at Kelsthorpe Road, the guard had to get out and unfasten a brake rod that had slipped on. The truck claimed it was an accident, but knowing trucks... One delay followed another, and Donald was getting crosser and crosser.
Stupid things.
But the trucks still didn't care if they were causing trouble for the Caledonian twin.
What does he know about it?
We're modern. We're not out of date like his sort.
Steam kettle!
Be quiet and come on.
Donald was getting crosser and crosser. Luckily, he met up with his brother at the station, where he was able to get his complaints out.
Stupid things. Don't worry, Donny. They'll get their comeuppance in due time. I really hope so, because those worse than the spiteful brakeman from when we first came here, Dougie. Be quiet and come on. I hope Donny can sort those trucks out.
After crossing the viaduct and passing Marin Station, Donald stopped at the top of Gordon's Hill so that the brakes could be checked along the train. Unfortunately, they were running so far behind schedule that he restarted rougher than he had intended to, and the resultant jerk broke an old coupling hook in the middle of the train. Feeling the snap, Donald's fireman looked back and saw that the tail of the train was already starting to gather speed on the slope, catching up to them rapidly.
Donald, we've lost our tail! Hurry, boy, before they catch up to us! I just hope there's nothing in the platform at Edward Station!
But we're supposed to stop here and leave some of those trucks there anyways.
Nothing we can do about that, boy. If those trucks catch us and we stop even earlier than that, then they'll knock us off the rails.
Well, that's what we are waiting for.
And he hastily accelerated to full speed. It was still touch and go, and if the guard's brake handle hadn't been restraining the breakaway slightly, Donald would not have kept ahead. They saw Edward's station ahead. Whistling at full volume, Donald raced towards it, while the trucks followed with the van's brakes screeching. The signalman quickly sized up the situation and set the line ahead to clear as far as he could as Donald clattered safely past. Then came the trucks, but to everyone's relief, they were finally slowing down as they reached the signal box. With one more groan of metal brakes, they stopped just beyond the station platform. The signalman sent out an obstruction danger warning and set all his signals to danger. Then he waited. When he was sure the trucks had come to a stop, Donald stopped too, half a mile further on.
Well, we shall need permission to go back. Please go clear it with the signalman.
When he had permission, Donald was able to go carefully back towards the trucks. He bumped them hard as soon as he got there.
Now will you behave yourselves?
Yes, we will.
You bet on it.
Well, I see you got things under control here, Donald.
Nice one, Donny. You shown those devils who's boss. Indeed, James. Nothing but smooth sailing from here now, I hope.
And the Scottish twins set off again, confident as if the trouble hadn't even happened. Donald was able to finish the rest of his journey without any further troubles, leaving James rather impressed. When the trucks were sent back to the other railway, they carried an important message with them. Behave yourself around the Scottish twins.